evening and welcome to Kneecap Bite with Smoke and Jeremy B. It is the NFC South review. I can only find two Panthers fans to come in. I think the rest of the division went into witless protection. That being said, I have Will Vogel and Devin Smith that are both Panthers fans. I'm glad everybody is here. I hope the chat gets lively. We're going to talk a little football. And my dad pops in and says, "Hey guys, how you doing there, Smoking Dad?" That being said, let's talk about the free agent additions of each team. Who had the best offseason as far as free agents are concerned? I come on. Who are you Facebook user? Oh, Jordan. Yeah, just a second, Jordan. I'll send you the link. Just sent you the link, Jordan. Look on Messenger. So, who do you think had the best offseason free agent additions?
I'll go real quick. As a biased Panther fan, I actually think we did.
Okay, it's taking the bias out of it.
I still think it's us.
Okay, Devin.
I still think it's us because you see, we got Miles Sanders in the trick. We got Miles Sanders. We got DJ Chark. We got Hayden Hurst. We re-signed Cam Irving. And we got a new coaching staff. So, yeah, I think it's us.
So the only thing I'm going to have some reservations with DJ Chark is what the Lions went through with him last year. He had a great first catch against the Philadelphia Eagles, then he pulled a disappearing act till he played the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then he came on a little bit, then he disappeared again, then he came on a little bit, then he disappeared again. So he had 5 games where he was non-existent. He had 3 games where he was on the field, but it looked more like he wasn't quite ready. And then he had a couple of those games that he missed because he was hurt. So
I forgot to say we also got Adam Thielen, so I think it's us still.
John Robinson just came in. We are talking about the NFC South tonight there, John. So this is the NFC South review. I think I put AFC South review on the thing, but that's my bad. But it's Falcons, Bucks, Saints, and Panthers. How'd I forget them? I got 2 of their fans on here. Just kidding. That's my polite way of being a jerk. Hey, if I can't have fun with it, why do the show? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now draft-wise, Saints did a needs draft. 100% needs draft. That's what I saw. Yeah. They just filled holes and plugged holes. And I'm sorry, I still think the Saints might have had the best offseason overall because they added a 17-touchdown boy, Jamal Williams. Granted, none of those touchdowns were more than 10 yards, but that's going to help them at the goal line where Alvin Kamara fails.
True. I can see that.
Am I saying anything wrong there?
No.
No.
Why is Atlanta getting so much love? Atlanta's getting a lot of love because they got really deep in the secondary. They added to their linebacker room, and they added to their D-line. Their defense is why they're going to be scary good this year. It's not because the offense is going to go out there and put up 30 points a game. It's going to be because with them scoring about 24 points a game, it'll be just enough to win a few.
Yeah,
because that defense is good.
Yep.
Facebook user says, "My guys," and Jordan should be popping in any second. He just saw the message.
Yeah, they're young and hungry, led by AJ Terrell, and I love AJ Terrell. I'm a Clemson fan. Definitely, he's not as good. John Robinson, Derek Carr's.
Oh, there we go. And it's our resident Patriots informer and 7-on-7 football player, wants to be an owner next soon. Jordan, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I think you're muted, buddy. I don't hear you talking.
I think I'm good now, right?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all right.
How have you been?
Hanging in there.
How was your football season in the 7-on-7?
It was a rough one. We're your first year franchise, so we're kind of a rebuild.
It happens.
Yeah, we were like 2-6 this year, so we weren't very good.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Desmond Ridder is not as good as Derek Carr, but that running back room is deadly. Cordarrelle Patterson, Behan Robinson.
Yeah.
And then you got
They got better on the O-line. They got better on the O-line, which means their running backs should be able to do better this year.
you
And
got a good young back also in Tyler Algier, I think.
Algiers. Yep, Tyler Algiers.
So
Yeah.
are you going through like position rankings? Is that what you're doing right now?
No, I didn't do position rankings. The way I did it was, well, I can ask you the first question. Which teams, how would you rank their offseason for free agent acquisitions in the South, NFC South?
Free agent?
Yep.
Well, I say New Orleans number one probably because they got Derek Carr.
And Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I don't really know who Carolina got. I know they lost DJ Moore.
But they picked up DJ Shark
And
Did they?
Thielen
and Thielen.
Oh,
and
yeah, so they did.
Sanders.
So between the two of them, they got one wide receiver for the whole season.
I know Tampa Bay's last because they picked
Come
up
on now, that's funny, guys.
I know Tampa Bay's last because they pick up Baker Mayfield.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But that defense is still good enough, even though they lost Sean Murphy Bunting. They still managed to keep Levante David. Vita Vea's still there. They got a good D-line and a front seven, which is going to help an average secondary look good. So I still think they're one of those teams that could go and win 6 to 9 games tops.
Yeah.
But the two teams that I have at 7 and 10, as much as I hate to say it, 7 to 10 wins, I got the Falcons and the Saints. The Falcons because of their defense, not because of their offense. And the Saints because their defense is always mid to decent, and they got better offensively.
Yeah.
Yes, DJ Shark did have another ankle injury, Brent DeWitt, last season. That's why he missed 3 weeks.
Are we doing our win totals or not yet?
Yeah, that's what I was just getting into. I did mine first. I got New Orleans and Falcons at 7 to 10 wins. I don't think any team's going to get more than just into the double digits in that division. I got the Panthers and the Bucks both at 6 to 9. What does that mean? That means that we could have all 4 teams get 9 wins. It'd be a coin flip.
It would be.
Because you only play your division teams 6 times. If you guys split the division, everybody wins their home games. This is what I'm getting at here. And everybody thinks I'm stupid for this, but it's a possibility because home games are different than away games. If everybody wins their home games, that means you went 1-1 against all your opponents in the division, right? That's 3-3. And somehow you guys all eke out 6 wins outside the division.
Yeah.
It's a distinct possibility that happens. Oh, hey, Valerie, good to see you. Yeah, it comes up and says Facebook user on my screen. So, and New Orleans did have okay, my fave anyway. Tampa Bay, not so much. Carolina did okay. And Atlanta, I think, treaded water mostly, but did weasel a 7th out of us for nothing.
So I'll go real quick. I've got the Saints between 8 and 10 wins. I've got them at probably 9 or 10. Second place, the Falcons between 6 and 8 wins. Give me 8. As much as it pains me, the Panthers, we're still rebuilding between 6 and 8 wins, and we're probably going to look at 7. And then for the Buccaneers, I got between 5 and 7, and I've got them winning 5.
Woo. Hot take.
I agree.
Oh, Richard Head pops in. I would have to say Saints are favorite to win the division. That being said, I don't see them winning more than 10. That's where I was at. I
no way
truthfully
they win
think
more
the
than
Saints.
10.
I think the Saints have the best odds of winning 10 games,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they do.
and
Yeah.
we might be having 3 teams at second place and still not make the wild card.
True.
True. Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with that statement?
I must feel very different than all you guys about this division.
Why? What do you think?
Because I think Carolina's the team to beat.
I would love that.
Will loves it, but
I would love that.
but you know, we have a question mark at quarterback.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Carolina's the only one in the division right now that head coach has proved something.
Oh, John Robinson, that's a great comment. Off subject, Smoking Jay, but did you see the article of the NFC North prediction of Bears 13-4 and Lions and Vikings 9-8? All I got to say, and I'm going to say this with the straightest face I have, until I see Justin Fields learn how to read a defense and complete more than 60% of his passes, I don't see that happening.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Am I wrong for that opinion at all?
No. Not at all.
Richard Head's comment, that is so mean, but so funny.
But
Yeah, so true.
But John Robinson says 9-8 will win the NFC South. It's very well could possibly. Valerie Bordeaux comes in and says, as a Bears fan, that prediction is laughable.
Oh, it is. It's terrible.
I cannot wait to do my NFC North show. That's all I got to say.
Oh, that's going to be fun. I can't wait to be on it. Whoever made that prediction is probably drinking the wrong type of coffee. Because you guys are horrible.
New Orleans goes 9-8. Everyone else goes 8-9. Where did that crack smoker article come from James Burgess? So, Jordan, what are your window of wins for each team?
So my prediction,
top to bottom.
I got Carolina winning the division at 10-7.
I would love that so much.
Okay.
I got New Orleans in second, 9-8. I got Tampa and Atlanta both at 6 or 7 wins. 6 wins, we'll say 6-11.
Okay. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't care how much opium or recreational drugs were smoked in the prediction.
I just think what Carolina's like how Denver was. They got a good defense. They got a good defense, young defense. They just haven't had a quarterback.
Well, I like and James Burgess and Valerie. And Valerie, as a matter of fact, you will be on that NFC North show. That is going to be in 2 weeks.
I'll be on there too. Let's go.
Or 3 weeks. Wait. I got AFC West, NFC West, AFC North. Oh, 4 weeks. I'm sorry. That's in a month.
Yep, and I'll be there.
So is that your last one then?
That's the last one. This is the 4th one right now.
And I've been on all 4.
So you're in the middle of the way?
I'm the middle of the way. I had the AFC East. And no, I didn't put the Patriots at the very bottom, but I didn't have them above 3rd.
So who'd you have at the bottom? Miami?
Believe it or not, I do think Miami's going to fall apart because I don't think Tua lasts the season.
No, he doesn't. He'll get killed.
Hey, but they got the legend Mike White.
Mike.
Wise Bearded Dad would like to be on the NFC North show. Absolutely. I got Valerie Bordeaux of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. That's a Bears fan by her hometown feel, but her husband started Detroit Lions on the Prowl with Tim, Maniac Tim, and Kurt and the guys, and she's been carrying it on. And kudos to her for carrying on since Jim passed away. We love you, Valerie. Thank you.
I also got another take for this division.
Okay.
Bryce Young will win Rookie of the Year this year, and Bijan Robinson is going to finish second.
Ooh, that would be fun.
To Tua is destined for a short career like the Lindros brothers.
Oh my god.
+1, James. +1. That's 2 for you so far. But yeah, I mean that pretty much is it. What is the hot NFL news right now, Jordan? I know you're up on it. You do your podcast. Come on
The
with a
hottest-
topic to talk about.
The hot NFL news is DeAndre Hopkins is in New England.
Is he?
Yeah.
For a visit. Oh,
He's
for a
there
visit?
today.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
there. He's there today. Well, it was reported as a 2-day visit, but I think today they just did like a physical.
Okay.
I don't
So
think they did
if they're
today.
doing a physical, that means there's interest in signing him. Yep.
Yeah, but
And
tomorrow,
I've said the 3 places that I had him going, and you heard, I think you commented on that show. I had it as the Jets, the Browns, and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because all 3 of those make the most sense. He had his most success with Deshaun Watson. Does anybody disagree with that?
No.
no,
Plus the Clemson connection. Go Tigers.
Yeah, I know. Stop it.
Oh, come on. Let me have my fun football.
I think the Saints' biggest question mark is Kamara. If he balls out, then maybe the Saints run away with the division because on paper, right now, Carr is the best in that division. Until we see what Bryce Young is, that is a question mark. I think he will be good, but Tennessee opted out on D-Hop. Yes, he did. They did.
the only thing that worries me about Bryce Young is he's small. That's the only knock.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
he is the size of a Keebler elf behind the Jolly Green Giants of the O-line.
I mean,
Yes.
I was taller than Bryce Young in 6th grade.
I was as tall as Bryce Young after I had my growth spurt, because he's 5'11", right?
Yeah.
On a good day.
11, 5'10".
Yeah.
On a good day, 5'11". Is he closer to 5'9",
Yeah.
5'10"? Okay.
He's
I think
Kyler
he's like
Murray.
Kyler, 5'10".
Let's just say that. Maybe a little bit taller.
He's Kyler Murray with a better frame.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys seen him in that picture at training camp mini
Oh,
camp
yeah,
with
I
the
did see
offensive line.
that. Yeah, I see
Where he
that.
looked like a toddler walking next to those
Yeah.
2 offensive linemen.
Andy is
Yeah.
a pro now. He is a legit big pro. I love it.
Yes, Valerie Bordeaux, she admits it. The Lions have the most dangerous secondary in the NFC North.
Yes,
Who knew?
they
No
do.
more blind ballerinas of the backfield.
And as
be-
everyone should know, I am an honorary Lions fan because of this guy right here.
To be fair, I couldn't take him in Green Bay or Chicago secondary anymore.
Oh, I
Eric-
couldn't either.
Eric Stokes and Jair Alexander, their corners are fine. It's the safety room that sucks.
Yeah.
PFF after
Jair,
Adrian
and
Amos.
I know Johnson for the Bears was one of their corners too. Jalen
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, that's the other news I want to talk about. Adrian Amos goes and signs with the Packers East with the New York Jets.
Another. Wow.
I mean, think about it. They've signed Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and now Adrian Amos since Karen Rodgers left the management of Green Bay for New York.
Jeremy, can we make a
when,
petition?
when,
Oh, continue.
Okay.
when's Clay Matthews coming out of retirement?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. When is Wish version of Thor going to New York?
Where's Blake Shelton? Jeremy, I think we need to start a petition to call Adrian Amos famous Amos, like the cookies.
Bring Jordy Nelson back.
Rumors being worth the paper they are printed on. Who thinks Young is worth a 3rd round pick? And as a 3rd round pick, he's going to be a situational pass rusher anymore because he's been too injured to stay on the field. I don't think anybody should waste a 3rd round pick on a situational pass rusher that can't stay on the field.
Did you see Valerie?
I don't care what team. Yeah, Valerie Bordeaux has the second funniest comment of the day. Young is worth a cheeseburger and fries.
Man, she's making me hungry.
Yeah.
But Smoking Dad comes in and says, my growth spurt came between 9th and 10th grade, 6 inches over the summer. That's a great question, Richard Head. Who has the best O-line in the NFC South?
Carolina.
I think it's a toss-up between Carolina and New Orleans.
Carolina.
If last year, if the Tampa Bay Bucks O-line could have stayed healthy, it would have been the best in the South.
Carolina, because I want to say the re-signings. Bozeman, D understands because we re-signed Bozeman, and that was huge. Same with Cam Irving.
Yeah.
I think it's
And
New Orleans.
If you're going to trade a third-round pick for Chase Young, make it the third-round pick in 2026 because the draft next year is in Detroit. The draft in 2025 is in Green Bay. So, therefore, it's in our division for 2 years straight. Why do you want to trade a pick when you're picking in your division where you're going to be front and center stage for 2 years in a row? I wouldn't trade away a pick from either one of those drafts. I would do one for 2026 in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's trading away a bag of chips and a coffee.
That's a disgusting combo, but
Yeah.
Hey, it works when you're on the run and it's first thing in the morning. But it's got to be sun chips.
Sun chips, yes.
Ew.
Because at least then it's multi-grain.
Yes. How's it going, King SJ?
King SJ, yes, and Brian Roy has came in. Brian Three Cushion. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. You're making it lively.
Yeah.
And the other one with Adrian Amos, with him leaving Green Bay and going to New York Jets, PFF is now ranked preseason wise the Green Bay Packers with the 32nd safety room in the NFL.
Terrible.
For starters.
Terrible. Ugh.
Oh, I meant to bring something up. Have you talked about AFC South yet?
AFC South was last week, but go ahead. Give me your take.
Okay, so I was going to say, it's not really about the teams. It's kind of about the teams, but it's not like how they're going to do. I don't know if you guys seen that the AFC South by 2027 will be the first division to have a dome in every stadium.
Yep. Because they're talking about doing the renovation for the Titans Stadium to make it a retractable roof, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Texans.
Right. The Texans already have their retractable roof.
Yeah.
Indianapolis is in a dome already, and Jacksonville is making a dome.
Which is good. It's really hot in Jacksonville. Really.
I mean, and in all actuality, if it's really hot or it's really cold, I think a lot of teams would rather go to a city where a dome's at.
Carolina
because it's temporary. It's temperature controlled.
Carolina was thinking about doing a dome a few years ago.
Other than Savage, Green Bay doesn't have a starting safety. You're absolutely right, because Adrian Amos, all the Packers fans saying, yeah, when we resign Amos, our secondary will be good. Well, they didn't resign Amos. What are you doing now?
Do you want to go around and do position rankings or no?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do. I got time. What do you got? Let's start with Devin. Position ranking, quarterback in the NFC South. How do you have it top to bottom?
Carr, Young, and Baker get last, and the Falcons QB at third.
So Ritter at third. Okay. Jordan?
Yeah.
I got it based on right now. I got it Derek Carr, Bryce Young, Kyle Trask, Desmond Ritter.
Kyle Trask over. All right, Will, your turn.
I got Carr, Young, Mayfield, Ritter. I like Ritter, but I need to see more.
You know, Ritter is a question mark. Baker Mayfield is not.
Ritter for me is a poor man's Justin Fields.
I got it. Saints, Panthers, Falcons, Bucks. And James Ritter says Carr and who?
Yeah, for real.
But I would rather have the two question marks ahead of Baker Mayfield, because what have we seen him do? We see them take a Browns team that should have went to the Super Bowl to one win versus the hapless 2020 Steelers that didn't belong in first place in their division in the first place. They were the worst 11-0 team I've seen in history. Just like last year, the worst 13-4 team I've seen going into the playoff was Minnesota.
Easily.
Baker Mayfield isn't a question mark. He's just trash.
Thank you.
What position we got?
Now we're to running backs. Rank the running back rooms from top to bottom. I think it's a toss-up between the Falcons and the Saints for the top.
Who's the Falcons backup and who's the Saints backup?
Saints. Oh, go ahead.
Saints backup is Jamal Williams.
Okay.
Alvin Kamara is still the starter, but he's a question mark anymore because he's been struggling to stay on the field. What?
Isn't he got a suspension?
And he might have a suspension coming over that whole legal issue from last year.
And then who's the Falcons backup?
You got Cordarrelle Patterson and Bijan Robinson, 1A, 1B.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Falcons and as the number one room.
I do too.
That's what I was saying. I had a 1A, 1B. It's flip it either way. It depends on your opinion. If Kamara can beat this thing and not go get jail time from it, or Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Bucks. That sounds about right.
I got it. I got Falcons, Saints, Panthers, Bucks. So I do too.
Because Leonard Fournette proved he can, and Valerie Bordeaux says I'm betting on the Falcons to have the better room. Now, as far as wide receiver rooms,
I agree with Jordan, by the way.
Because don't Carolina got Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Miles Sanders, like DeAndre Swift and Rashad Penny, is made of butter.
You mean glass?
No, butter.
No, he means he can't catch. Not he's injury prone.
When I say they're made of butter, when it comes to running backs, I don't call them glass anymore. I call them butter.
Oh.
They're going to be good and slippery and electric for like 3 games. And then they're going to have 3 games where they're non-existent because they're injured. And then they're going to have about 7 to 10 games where you can't even get them to get 15 snaps. Gotcha. Because they miss quarters. Gotcha. That's it for all 3 of those running backs. The only thing is Philadelphia is smart. They got 2 of them made like that, so they might get a whole season out of 1 player.
True.
Yeah.
Wide receiver rooms. Let's start with Will.
Oh gosh, that's tough.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
I would have said Bucks if Brady was still around because you got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Yeah,
that's tough. I don't know. I don't think any of them are really even that great. I don't know. Sorry, don't have a clear answer yet.
Okay,
I got an answer.
Go ahead.
I got the Bucks number 1. They got Mike Evans. He's had 1,000 yards every year he's been in the league. He's the only player in NFL history to have 9 straight 1,000-yard years in their first 9 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the best receiver in the division. And then you got Chris Godwin, might be the second best receiver in the division.
If he could.
Then you got Chris. I got the Saints number 2 with Chris Olave. And hopefully Michael Thomas can stay on.
Oh, come on. I got the Michael Thomas schedule down. Don't you know what it is?
The Slant Boys schedule.
Okay. Goes out after the first quarter in game 1, doesn't return to game 3. Plays 3 games straight, shows out with over 100 yards receiving and 8 catches. Then he misses 5 games because he just doesn't want to play and has a hangnail. Then he comes back and gets turf toe and he's out for the season.
I agree.
Yeah.
I can't stand Slant Boys. Slant Boys annoying.
But I still have the Saints number 2, and then I have Carolina 3 and Atlanta 4.
I don't know who. Other than Drake London and Kyle Pitts, I don't know who Atlanta has.
Hey, Kyle Pitts is a tight end.
He's a wide receiver with a tight end's body. Get it right. And you know what he is? He's Julio Jones. He's a bigger version of Julio Jones. And the reason why I say that is because he's allergic to the end zone. That sucker breaks out in hives.
What's the little?
Tell us how you really feel, Jeremy.
Don't they got the guy that's kind of like Osborne from Minnesota? What's his name? He's kind of like Osborne. He's a little guy, short, fast guy.
And I agree that with this one that John Robinson says. Atlanta is like the Lions last year, another draft, and they will be playoff ready if Ritter improves. I think that's a very good analogy.
And
Very
it's Jordan.
good.
I'm trying to think who that wide receiver you're thinking of.
He has a weird name.
I don't have like a tablet or anything.
I'm still waiting to see if there's a wide receiver in next year's draft named Blow.
I think
Because I want him to come to the Lions. Because we can hear when he throws a bomb to him, Hooker goes deep to Blow.
Yeah, he
Would you get his jersey?
Hey,
Yes.
Hookers
and Blow saved Detroit.
Yes. Yes, it does, Jeremy. Yes, it does. Breaking news. They saved Detroit from a major upset.
Hey, and with Jordan Love starting, let's say Goff does get hurt and Hendon Hooker is completely healthy, and we could hear all game long them talking about the QBs for Detroit and Green Bay as Hooker and Love.
Love a Hooker.
Hooker deep to Blow, score!
I wish the Jets had a receiver named Salad, so it'll be Cobb and then you have Salad.
Blow's running a deep out, and the Hooker hits him.
God.
Falcon.
Oh my God.
Yes, Kool-Aid McKinstry. If he could end up falling into that 26 to 32, Kool-Aid McKinstry, the cornerback from Alabama.
Isn't he drafted?
No, he stayed in another year.
What kind of name is Kool-Aid?
Hey, think about it. We talk about Lions fans drinking the Kool-Aid every year. That's his nickname, Kool-Aid.
I love it.
He's the Kool-Aid man.
Do you know what I think is the best name of all time in NFL history? Like, yeah, you got Tank Bigsby, and then you got Tank Johnson. My favorite was DeBrickashaw.
Valerie Bordeaux, that's great. Hooker puff passes to Blow.
That's funny.
I didn't know Scotty Miller plays on the Falcons now.
Scotty Miller. My favorite nickname of all time for football. I'm sorry, like you got some like Tank and stuff. DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
Now, the tallest linebacker to ever play came out of Purdue, and he was drafted in 2005 to the Cleveland Browns, but he never even played a game because he broke his leg in preseason. But his name was perfect for a linebacker. Nick Clack. K-L-A-C-K. Nick Clack. And what was great about him is he was a 6'7" linebacker that weighed 245 pounds.
How was he in college, Beast?
He was a beast. He was just a guy that would bat balls down at the line.
That's crazy.
Nick Clack.
That is a cool name.
All right, tight end. Did you guys all do wide receivers?
Yep, did wide receivers. Now we're to tight ends.
So who's Carolina's tight end?
Hayden Hurst and Ian Thomas. Unfortunately, Ian Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Unfortunately, Ian Thomas is there.
Saints still got what's his name? Trout.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you got whoever's in Tampa Bay.
Oh, we have Tremble. I'm sorry. Also, Tommy Tremble.
So number one's definitely Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm. Tight end for the Saints.
You could flip heads or tails for the other three. It don't even really matter.
Taysom Hill, you would count as a tight end, right?
And James Burgess does give a good. Carolina's tight ends can block. They may not be able to receive much, but they can block like a mofo.
Taysom Hill's a tight end / wide receiver.
Yeah, but he's no longer in New Orleans, is he?
I would say Hayden Hurst is the second best tight end in the division.
Yeah, I don't know where Taysom is.
Wasn't Taysom a free agent or picked up by somebody this year?
No.
Yeah, he was picked up by Sean Payton.
Oh yeah, Taysom Hill went to Denver.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking around.
Oh, okay. My dad says good one, Val. Val's had two great ones so far.
Hill's on the Saints. I just looked it up.
Oh, he's still on the Saints? Oh, that's right. They restructured him.
Yep. He was the highest paid quarterback, tight end, gadget player, whatever you want to call it in the league.
Hybrid
Making
player.
like 20 now.
He is the number one.
Hybrid
Gotta go
player.
this way. I gotta go this one. He's the number one running back / tight end that can throw a football.
They should just call
Can he actually throw a football?
He did
know.
it for when Drew Brees went down, and what did he go 3-1 before he got hurt that
I
year?
think you should literally call that position hybrid.
It should be the same position that was given to Denard Robinson being drafted. You know what it is?
Utility, isn't it?
Offensive weapon. Remember that? They made up a slot on the depth chart for him, and it just said OW. And I had to look up what OW meant, and it was offensive weapon.
It's just like when players out of high school, it says ATH, athlete.
Yeah.
Yep. Same thing.
What about defense?
Now we got to do O-lines first.
Oh,
O-lines, I'm going Panthers, Saints, and then it's a toss-up between the Bucks and Falcons.
I agree.
Panthers.
I'm going
Panthers.
Saints, Panthers, Bucks,
Ah.
Falcons.
No, I agree with Jeremy.
Yeah.
Richard Head says, whenever you have Hooker and Blow, you're in for a heart racing time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't count out Laporta Saporta.
D-line might be the easiest position in the division.
Yep. Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. That's the order that Burgess has for them. Now we got to go D-line.
That's the easiest position in the division.
Yeah, I think it's until they lose people, it's Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, Atlanta.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linebacker room.
I think it's Carolina.
It's still Tampa Bay. They got
Levanta David and the other guy on the outside. That's amazing. Come on now.
White.
Yeah.
Okay, Carolina's second though because you got Brian
Yeah.
Burns and Shaq Thompson.
Yep. Yeah. I absolutely.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, Carolina, New Orleans. And Atlanta's up and coming because there's question marks because there was guys that were improving that were first-year guys last year, like the fastest linebacker I've seen in the draft since Isaiah Simmons, which was Troy Anderson.
They also had a guy with a funky name last year. I can't remember his name. He had a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Ojolari?
No,
Yes. Friday at 9:30, James. You're absolutely right. That's when the fan came check.
This guy's like a linebacker, more of not the edge position.
Is it
He's more of a
Foyese
linebacker.
Ululakan?
Yeah.
Foyese Ululakan.
No,
How do
it's
you
not
say
him.
Jeremy?
No, it's
You
not
know
him.
to say it.
He went to Jacksonville. The guy you're talking about went to Jacksonville.
Ululakan, yeah.
This guy had another weird name. It wasn't him. I want to say he wore like.
I don't pay attention to teams I hate.
I want to say he wore 45 for the Falcons.
Somebody's faking as me and saying I see us losing to Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
I can't post. I can't post when I'm on the air, people. Not under that name.
The other day, I was like, "What is Jeremy? Jeremy's on the show on this other show, and this guy's imposter." Jeremy, say hi to Jeremy. Hi, teacher. Who is that?
I'll tell you who I'm thinking of. Hold on, I'm about to look up the Falcons roster.
Jeremy, you may have to report this guy.
Oh, I didn't know the Falcons added Bud Debris.
Yep.
I forgot about that. Love you guys. Yeah, you're not the real Jeremy.
Love you
It's
guys.
Jeremy for the
Alternate universe.
He wears number 47 for the Falcons. Arnold Katie.
No idea.
Oh, Abacady.
Yeah.
Abacady.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Wow, what?
It's Jeremy from an alternate universe.
Actually, I take it back. I found the easiest position, the cornerback. I just looked at the Falcons roster. They got the best cornerback group in the division, or
Yes, they do.
secondary.
Yeah, they got the
AJ
best.
Terrell.
They might.
Is a-
You can make
AJ
an
Terrell, Jeff Okuda. They got May, right?
Jesse Bates.
Jesse Bates. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make an argument. I think you can make an argument the Falcons on paper have the best secondary in football.
I think, and Carolina's got an underrated one. Jeremy
And they got
Chin.
what's his name, Hayward, the cornerback as well. That's the slot cornerback. Casey Hayward. Yep.
I thought he was with the Steelers.
Nope. I just looked. He was with the slot cornerback with the Falcons. But they got another corner too, I think.
Baker has been visiting in Tampa. Okuda blows. Well, the thing is Okuda doesn't blow when he's in man coverage. And that is predominantly what Atlanta runs as man coverages. That's why he's a fit there. He wasn't a fit here because after Aubrey Pleasant left, we started running more zone.
David Montgomery.
Penasul told me to run behind his buttocks and I will have 1,300 yards. As long as you don't run into him, yes. Oh, wait, this isn't Madden. In real life, you'll run around him. I forgot.
Yeah, please
Mike
don't
Hughes.
full of jets.
Mike Hughes is the other guy that's on the Falcons I was thinking of.
And
yeah,
Chad Datima says the Lions have the best safeties. Oh, it was Wentz, not Baker.
Wentz isn't going anywhere.
Wentz is visiting Tampa today.
Oh, God.
I was about to say, I didn't think Carson Wentz was even on the team.
Richard Head says, David Montgomery, you better have 1,500. Wow. I totally disagree with that. Okuda is slower than my grandma after a puff pass. It's funny, though. Okuda's going to be playing the 2, which is where he should have been his entire career. He wasn't ready to be thrown to the wolves by the Patricia regime.
Plus, he got hurt early, too.
He got hurt early in year 2 with the better coaching staff. And then we made the switch from man to zone. And he's not a zone player. Of course he's going to look slow. He looks like he's lost. Val, tell me how you really feel about Okuda.
Oh, my God.
Well, I want to say thanks to everybody for popping in, because it's that time of the night when I have to do nothing. Jack Campbell, I don't care about nothing but football. I'm driving a Pinto with bad tires. Come see me at Brandon's Tire Service here at the corner in Grand Traverse and Atherton and Flint, and I'll take care of those tires for you, Jack Campbell. I'll take it out of my check. And all you got to do is tip me.
And sign autographs.
No, just tip me. I don't even need it. I don't care. I'm not up for that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I would if I was in Detroit.
Yeah. That being said, I want to give a shout out to Gloss Negron, the window tinner up there at A1 Tire in Cacolin. He's my sponsor. He does a great job. If you're in the Tri-City area and you need your windows tinted, stop in and see him. $200. He'll do the whole car. That's both windows, the rear, and even if you don't have the blue-green tint at the top of your window, he'll put the stripe across there.
Nice.
Can't wait to see Jamie run fast to drop the ball. I need some tires, Jeremy. All right, Chad, come on in and see me. Oh, J-Mo, run fast to drop the ball? Yeah, I don't think so. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. What are your parting shots, Will, about the NFC South?
Look for the Panthers to be a division winner in the next 3 years.
Jordan?
Fuck Matt Patricia.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
That's Matt Patricia, by the way. All right, Devin, what do you got to say?
I hope we do well in our division. I mean, I hope Bryce can stay healthy and upright. And
I think you guys can do no worse than second in the division myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm going to end this show the same way I always do. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. This has been Kneecap Biting with Smoking Jeremy B. Thanks to my guests, Will Vogel, Jordan G. Dub, and Devin Smith. Thanks for tuning in and have a blessed evening.